My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Monster Train. It's time to play as the Awoken, Covenant 1. We'll temper the strength of my units, only the truly determined can survive. We also actually start with a bunch of regen in the deck. Ooh, baby. And the tempering the strength of my units does not say devour spells. Demon units gain multi-strike or whenever a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed. I think I'm gonna take Priori's Cloak and try and just like stack ridiculous regen on a bunch of hollows. Gurg's Goad is so good though. The amount of healing you actually get out of regen is very, very minimal. Priori's Cloak is not gonna deal that much damage. And it deals it at the end of turn rather than the start. Because that's when the friendly unit's healed. No, I'm gonna go Gurg's Goad. Take spikes for the early damage here. Just until we get just until we can get ourselves a that's fine. Just until we can get ourselves a horned warrior. Or a branded warrior, I would take either. Beautiful. Honestly, just with all of the regen in this fight, we should be completely fine. Ah, right. Taking out the Forged Disciple is a problem for us. That makes sense. It's not going to be a big problem, though, because as the Forged Disciple gets to the middle floor, sorry, the penultimate floor up there, we kill the boss. So it doesn't actually have time to get to the top and do any damage. Hey, unit banner could easily give us a good demon unit. Ooh, consumed for 4 spikes? Yeah, I think we just take that. Fledgling Imp, March of Shields, and Rage Serum. Probably none of those. Maybe Fledgling Imp. A multi-striking demon could use it. But then they could also probably use Rage Serum. I'll use the Rage Serum instead then. Hey, Branded Warrior, Rage 3, multi-strike. Whenever it slays, it applies 2 rage to friendly units. Yeah, that's... I was kind of asking for that one. Thanks. And now there's also a gain a Hellhorned unit, so more demons, as well as forge your units gain new powers. Perfect. Okay. There's a Horned Warrior. Extremely, extremely good. I'll take it. Upgrade a unit with Endless. I don't know if I want to give Endless either of these. I don't want them to die at all. Maybe I give the Power Stone to the Branded Warrior here. Just to live through more, spikes, through more sweep attacks, as well as have more range on actually hitting those slays. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Next area, we can dupe a card, any card except my champion. So you know what? Actually, I'm also going to Strength Stone the Horned Warrior. And then I'm going to dupe it next area rather. Let's also remove a Torch and a Restore. This will be very, very powerful early. We should be able to take all of these risks except for spikes. And units appear on each floor, completely fine. Sentient with Pyre Shards. Put a Branded Warrior with Rage Serum behind. I would love to put another unit down, but not kill it. I'm basically going to need I Am Awake this turn if I want to live at all. Huh? How'd that go to the top floor? Huh? Alright, let's have a look at this. So, that's 7. 7 by 3 is 21. I don't have the ability to save the Sentient from that right now. Oof, that hurts. just gonna have to get my Slayer to get really big, I guess. Oof. This is not how I wanted this fight to go. I didn't get any of my train stewards early though, so it makes it a little harder. Uh-oh. That's pretty much all I have to say about this one. Uh-oh. Flame, Horned Warrior. We might just be able to push through with damage. Yeah, we can. Yep. So what, we took 4 damage there in order to get an extra 50 coins? I'd do that. That's a good translation rate for us. Another Pyre Shards? Glimmer is really good for killing backliners that are about to deal a bunch of damage to our Thorns. I'll take it. Rage Serum, Fortify, Lash. Yeah, I'll take another Rage Serum. We're going to want additional draw in this deck, definitely, because we have a lot of zero cost in here. Forge your spells. Well, I mean, we can't afford to forge our spells in any interesting ways right now. Alright, I'm going to go to the Hellbent Caverns here first. Hopefully it costs me HP, because there is HP restoration here. Hey, and it will! Thank you. And then I will restore immediately. I want another branded warrior. And then I want capacity after Daedalus, and then I want a steel worker. This is my desire, please. Game, provide. I've asked nicely. Enemy units deal 2 damage to the front unit on death. Okay, so we're going to be looking to Glimmer, like large floors out here. Since Horned Warrior up here, actually. And Branded Warrior on that floor. Just for the more immediate damage against Daedalus, really. Let's go Glimmer bottom line. Train Steward this line and then torch one of the... it should have been torch one of the enemies, then Train Steward. I actually would have kept the Train Steward. That's what I was supposed to be doing there. Well, I wouldn't have kept the Train Steward the entire time. Actually, never mind. The Train Steward was going to die anyway. Everything's fine. Branded Warrior actually getting some work off. Love it. So you can give it some more rage. Everything else is pretty much fine here. And flames are a bit costly to actually be able to play in this deck. Glimmer? Glimmer? Oh, yes, perfect. Gives us the ability to actually attack Daedalus a lot. Wild would sap you, heal you. We'll heal back up anyway. Torch. Alright, if Daedalus goes to the top floor rather than the bottom here, we actually... Nah. Rude. Actually, no, we can still do it. It's fine. Just give you an Inflame. Kill him this turn. Additional capacity on each floor, thank you. One Horn's Tome. More multi-strike? Yes, please. Railbeater, Horned Warrior. Like, Railbeater is still a decent frontliner, but it's not the best frontliner. Horned Warrior, I already have one of. Do I want another? Do I really want another? I do. I really want Ascend a unit as well so I can overstack the top 4 with all of these. Okay. Steelworker. Multi-strike 100 times 2. I have no imps in the entire deck, so I can't play it, but... Ooh. That'd be so good. How likely am I going to be able to reduce its cost ridiculously? Like, not at all. I can make it 1 capacity. That's one of the upgrades you can get in Hellvent. No. Fine. No branded warrior there for us either. Upgrading unit with extra size. As well as 10 extra health and 10 extra damage. I kind of want to put that on the biggest Horned Warrior we have at the moment. And in fact, I definitely want to put it on them. Power Stone, put this on the other Horned Warrior, or put it on one of the brandeds. Probably one of the brandeds, I think. So next area, we can get a random selection of artifacts and concealed cabinet as well as 100. Or we can remove 2, dupe 1, and gain an artifact. Either of those could be really, really good. We should have a plan for what we want to dupe and what we want to remove before we take that side, though. I enter with armor 10, but that's okay. I enter with damage 1,000,000. I mean, I have to play the Branded Warrior this for if I want to get it off. Okay, so put a Branded Warrior there. Let's get a train suit on this floor and then a... Oh, this is the 3-size Horned Warrior. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll go on the top floor then. I'm gonna need to start getting things that ascend and descend my own units for the sake of that. Also, extra energy and spell cost removal on the One Horn's Tome. Double stack on One Horn's Tome works as well, by the way. It gives it multi-strike 2. It's ridiculous. That'll do. Brief respite. Get sap. And yeah, that should pretty easily kill the boss. Great. So this is kind of just like the most minion value deck that I may have run so far. Descend a unit, restore 10 health. It's not exactly what I wanted, but look, I'll take it. Tyson climb, ascend a unit, apply dace 2. That's still not what I want though. If I'm going to be ascending and descending units, I would have to set up on the middle floor and then have the top and bottom floor be weak while I send units up and send units down. It's much better to just have either the top floor or the bottom floor be the one you're focused on, and then ascend or descend as many units as you can get access to. Alright. So if I was duping something here, I worry that I would really want to dupe the Restoring Retreat, literally just to get Horned Warriors down onto the bottom line there with the Branded Warriors. So the idea is that the bottom line will eventually be the Sentient in front, with a bunch of regen on, 2 Branded Warriors behind that, and then 2 Horned Warriors behind that. If I was removing 2 cards from the deck, what would they be? I mean, the End Flames are expensive, but we are going to get extra energy after the next boss. So they're not that bad. I think I will actually take the Merchant of Trinkets over here. Look at the trinkets. Whenever a card is drawn, randomizes cost. I mean, that helps us play the one-horn tome, but that's about it. We have a bunch of zero-cost saps that'd affect badly. Imp Sickle at the start of your turn, add a random imp to hand. The only problem with that is that we would only have like one floor we can even stack up with imps right now. And that's the top floor. And then as soon as all of the imp effects are used there, we just get a bunch of dead cards from the imps. Because we won't have space to play them is the thing. Well, dang. What do you have, Concealed Caverns? We're in the 5th circle of hell, so it's actually very late in the game to pick up a stealthy here for extra damage on Slay. Gift of Gratitude. I mean, we don't have anything that makes X-Cost casts better, but that's just like 150 quickly. Whereas this is 150 over a couple kills and leaves a card in our deck as well. Aggressive. Pyre gets... I mean, we can have the Pyre have 53 extra damage on it. We are floating a lot of money at all times. Let's take Aggressive. Okay, upgrade the champion. I'm honestly just looking for HP. So I'll take Sentient literally just for the HP there. No, I still, like, it's unfortunate that we got 2 relics here that are very much, like, good or bad, depending on whether or not your run is built for them. And actually, Imsicle as well, kinda. Non-boss enemy units gain 6 extra damage. That might actually be enough to overwhelm my Sentient. I don't think I can give them that. Let's get another branded warrior up there, then... like... Train Steward Torch? Having sweeping enemies on the enemy side is really unfortunate for us. You down there, maybe give you a Rage Serum. We'll give you a Rage Serum. Just for more damage. And you know what? I'll even give you health and regen 3 there. So that you don't die to all these sweepers. Now, don't go saying I never did you nothing. You... Great. Some rage on my allies through that, and let's see if what. Drop a train suit on this floor and one on this floor, basically just to get them out of the next cycle. Should be fine against the boss here already, though. And yeah, we are. Great. Maybe I could have taken the extra 100 gold there. Oh well. Definitely be taking the 50. Another Restoring Retreat? Yeah, that's another Descend. They are very expensive Descends, but I kind of need them. I'll take any of those. Don't want the Impish Scholar. Returning stuff to my hand. Like, returning the consumed card to my hand is actually not, like, a huge part of how we fight right now. Torture spells gain you pass. Honestly, like, a holdover and a cost reduction on a Restoring Retreat would be ridiculous for us. You also have what? One Horned Warrior. Sorry, 2 slots on a Horned Warrior and 1 slot on a Branded Warrior that we can fix up with the Merchant of Steel over here. Actually, I want that. Multi-strike is great. Put that on the Branded Warrior. Maybe on the Horned Warrior. Yeah, we'll just put it on the Horned Warrior for the extra damage again. Power Stone also on you. And Strength Stone on the Branded. Units cost -1. Okay. At the very least, that'll make it easier to play all of those out and end flames on the same turn, as well as play those out and then restore them. Sorry, restoring retreat them on the same turn. We are going to have to start removing other cards from the deck, though, if we want to get to those restoring retreats more commonly. Alright, Phil. Let's go. Phil and her allies will add Scourges to your deck. So we're going to have to set up on the bottom floor. Otherwise, we're going to have way too many Scourges here. So let's go. You the... Branded Warrior is going to get Rage 3 on entry, which is 6 extra damage. 6 extra damage, 25. 25 by 2. That's not enough. So, actually... No, I still want to put the Branded Warrior in front in general. Because it still has to try and get Slays. And I don't want to have to complete for those later. That regen out there. Top floor doesn't really matter. More regen out there, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of damage on that floor. Ooh, baby. Work him over. Let's descend the Behemoth first. Glad to report this is dealing the amount of damage I was hoping. Fine, we'll get the weighted contrition out of hand, which does mean we have to leave the Branded Warrior there. But if nothing else, the Branded Warrior is doing more damage being there this turn. At least. Okay, now let's retreat you. Just torch the backliner and be fine. Finally got all of the Alabaster Guardians down there. Oh my god, they're gonna die on the top floor. Huh. After all of this, all these big boys, these 8 pectoral muscles on the bottom floor there, you're still gonna die to the Train Stewards. Kind of an anticlimactic end. It's like surviving a 100-foot fall drop and then dying in a small fender bender in the ambulance to the hospital. That's a Bo Burnham joke there, right there. Go for the extra energy, I think. Extra energy, really? Yeah, with the 2 in flames, yeah, still. And the 2 restoring retreats, definitely okay. Yeah, it's extra energy. Transcendent, summon effects in the deck. None, so no. Bramble Lash, Spike the Hellhorn. It's fine. I don't need that. I just need my descendings more earlier. Yep, that's the words I was gonna say. Need them more earlier. Cost reduction, please. Frost instead. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted, game. And you know it. Toss a card in and copy it 5 times. What would I copy 5 times if I could copy something 5 times here? Do I want 5 times more Horned Warriors? Do I really want that many Horny Warriors in my deck? Oh. Yeah? I mean, what's the problem with having them? So this is, what, 76? This does a good amount of damage. A very nice amount of damage over there. This is, what, a little bit more, and it's got more health. Okay, fine, we'll go with you. This does need more strikes, though. That's a lot of behemoth voice. So all the top floors are just going to be behemoths. Until I can descend them, at least. They enter with spikes 4. That is going to damage a lot of my behemoth. It's something fierce. I actually can't take that. Okay. Sentient. Branded horns. So what? You attack for nothing. You attack and take 40 damage back. And then you attack and die. Okay, so you've got, what? 100 HP at that point? You can't have just 100. Oh, no, right, because you've got 50 in the front line. So that 50 in the front line actually perfectly gets killed by the Branded Warrior. Yeah, Rage Serum on the back line then. Exactly one short of killing the Gilded Wing. That'll do for the moment. If only they were all so quick. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's get you on the top line. Another multi-strike out there. Bit more regen. Now I just need the ability to descend them. They're all just waiting to come down to the bottom floor. I've got so many of them. Alright. Let's get you more rage. Looks like we're gonna lose the sentient now. Had to be expected. We're not drawing, you know, healing spells as commonly as we might need for this. Let's get you down to this floor. Wow, for real? This thinks I'm gonna lose like all of my units for nothing. Trample. When attacking, excess damage is applied to the subsequent enemy unit. So what? You take 10 and then you take 9. Oh my god. So yeah. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's not good. 202 damage there, 220 damage there at least. Yeah, without a unit that has more health than Neffle's attack there, you're gonna have a bad time. $84 on that floor at least. Well, that should have gone on the backliner. It actually would have done something there. We may end up living still. Just because, yeah, our thing does 82 damage per hit. Our Pyre there. So we lived through that fight, but yikes. Another Restoring Retreat. Can't take any of those. We need to overstock that bottom floor faster. Yeah, I'm going for Pyre health. Going for gain an artifact here. Don't want the cards with consume to actually be discarded instead. Yes, they're the Pyre shards and they're the Wildwood saps. The Wildwood saps, I guess I could use. And since we're setting up the bottom floor, Jackstraps doesn't help. All right, fine. We'll take the wing clippings there. Then let's dupe a Another descending, I think, actually, here. Take Spikes 40. Just for the extra health there, honestly. Alright. Maybe I should set up on this floor. Gives me more time here in the first cycle to set up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this for a change. Okay. Now I have all of the units that need to go down. So I'll just leave one in the deck here for the moment. Okay. Let's Branding Warrior. Descend one of you. Pop another one of you on the top floor. Start getting some health and regen. And then wait. We may still end up living through this. It's looking kind of promising, to be entirely honest. Okay. Send you. Send you. And then start setting up the next two to start being descended. We can only fit one more on this line right now. Shards on the front liner. One Horns Tome you, get the Train Steward out. Don't really need that. I'm just trying to get the Branded Warriors in the front line to actually get the Slays here. They're really just not going to at the moment, though. Especially with all the saps that keep getting thrown on it. Saps being effectively negative rage. One more big boy. And then, you know what? 2 Train Stewards just to protect this boy. Alright. So we got some work, at least. They're working for us at the moment. This room has reached the unit limit. There are 7 units on the floor. It's the maximum I can have. Same rule goes to the enemies as well, by the way. So I can't descend anyone else to there. Beautiful. Now we're starting to get some rage. Right before the end of the game, though. $588 is the most damage I can do here. Well. Can't say I didn't try. Oh, that's... Yeah, I'm gonna lose this whole floor without doing anything. We needed a much sturdier frontline unit than we ended up with. Unfortunately, nothing really came along that was viable as that frontline unit for us, other than the Sentient. Steelworker would have been the absolute best pickup we could have made there, but, you know, hinging all of my run's success on the idea of whether or not a single unit turns up is not that great. Another way to do it would have been to get quick so that I was actually slaughtering some of the enemies before they managed to hit my shield, which would have saved me a lot of HP on it, so I would have been able to actually live a lot longer against the final boss there. Still, not a bad run. A lot to learn from it, definitely. A lot to learn from it. So the Branded Warrior is like mega upgraded. Like you can do like a mega upgraded minion run, but especially in the final fight because the Seraph has the 4x multi-hit, the health of the frontliner unit is extremely, extremely important because it can shred through all your backliner units real quick. And then also these like this Pyre Shard, these Rage Serums, they chunked up the first cycle of the deck and didn't really help us that much, to be entirely honest. Restoring Retreat, we did at the very least get to like get the full 7 big boys on the same floor. That was lovely to see. One Horn's Tome. I mean, another thing would have been like trying to go to Merchants of Magic later in the game just to try and get more copies of One Horn Tome, or at least like double stack on it or something like that, so that we would have like at least one big unit doing all of the damage. Like usually probably one of these Haunt Warriors. Unfortunate. For the moment though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.